We're underway in Belgium. It's Levi that leads, followed by Gerald Crisp and then Pre. Down towards Sector 1 we go. There's a yellow flag in the background. It's Tony JD as Harry Sanchez puts Pre into a wall. And there's wing damage from the Aston Martin driver. JC goes up into P9, Dom up into P10. Lugner on the back end of Evan here on the opening lap of this race in Belgium. The drivers all coming down towards Sector 2 as JC gets the overtake on his teammate, and that's Pre going backwards. Pre's had a spin, dropping down the order, and Jack has retired. He's gone into the Aston Martin driver, and that's a 5-second time penalty to Pre, and it's caused the safety car here on the opening lap in Belgium. Let's take a look at Lugner's start then. It's lights out. Lugner gets an okay start. That's the McLaren driver of Dom on his right-hand side. Evan and Pre almost making contact. Lugner having to go round the outside, goes off of the track, comes out just behind Evan. Let's take a look at Sizzling H's race start. Starting in P10, gets away okay, has a lot of room out in front of him. Going round the outside of the Red Bull driver Harry Sanchez, you can see in the front, that's where Pre makes contact with the Williams driver. Dom in front of him getting a bit all over the place, and the Ferrari drivers getting through at the race start. Evan on the soft compound of tyres is going into the pits. Levi does as well, so does Gerald Crisp. Gerald Crisp is on the medium compound of tyres. Harry Sanchez stays out, so he's going to take the lead. Most drivers are now going into the pits. JC also stays out, and that is Harry Sanchez staying out on the soft compound of tyre. And that's the safety car that he has caught up to. And that's JC in the background also staying out. Most of the drivers have pitted. Sirius is also staying out. So Harry Sanchez, JC and Sirius all staying out here on lap 2. The safety car is out for one more lap. Harry Sanchez and Sirius then going into the pits here on lap 2. Perhaps they should have pitted on the lap previous. JC stays out in first. He's the only driver that hasn't gone into the pits. We're back under racing conditions. JC leads Levi, and Gerald Crisp. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Lugner in P5 has Evan ahead of him. Evan on the hard compound of tyres, and that's Dom and Blazer getting close in the background. As we go up towards a Rouge, on board then with Lugner's car, following Evan up a Rouge. Can he gain on the Red Bull driver? He is gaining. He's 0.3 seconds behind Evan. He might think about sending it down the inside. Dom gets the move on Blazer on the fresh compound of medium tyres. Up into P6 he goes. Levi leading the race, and that is Evan going round the outside on the high compound of tyres. Up into P3 he goes. JC is slow on these tyres. All the other drivers are on new tyres, and now it's Lugner's turn to swoop down the inside, and he almost makes contact, and he does make contact with Evan. Lugner making contact with Evan, and now both drivers have gone wide, and now JC goes through. Levi gets the fastest lap of the race, and Dom is joining these 3 drivers in P6, and now there's 4 fighting for P3. JC still in P3, Evan in P4, Lugner in P5, and then Dom. LJ making a way to see if he can get past Blazer. Very close, the 2 drivers. Blazer's on the hard compound of tyres. LJ thinking about sitting around the outside. But Blazer is just about going to stay ahead of the AlphaTauri driver here on lap 5. This battle is going to continue then with JC holding up Evan, and that's Dom getting the move on Lugner up into P5. Pre gets the fastest lap at 1:47.3. Lugner and Dom and Evan all on the back end of the Ferrari driver of JC here on lap 6. LJ still trying to make the move on Blazer. He's under pressure, and he's gone off the track, and he's gone into the display board, and he's gone off the track. And now Active Buffalo, Harry Sanchez, Sizzling H and Sirius all get past the AlphaTauri driver. Harry Sanchez is within closing distance of Active Buffalo, and the drivers bump wheels. Harry Sanchez going up into B7, getting past the Ferrari driver, and that's Sizzling H gaining. Active Buffalo trying to go for the switchback, but Harry Sanchez is now going to get away. Up into P7 he goes. Sizzling H getting past Active Buffalo, and now Sizzling H is up into P8. Here is the battle for P3. It's Evan, Dom and Lugner. These 3 drivers battling for the 3rd place. Dom is gaining on Evan quite significantly. Lugner is flashing in the background here on lap 7. But the McLaren driver and the Mercedes driver seem quicker than the Red Bull driver. It might be the case that Evan has wing damage, and that's causing him to go slightly slower than usual, because Dom is definitely gaining on that Red Bull. There has been an incident on track. Pre has retired from this race, so a second safety car has been deployed here on lap 8. Well, this is interesting. Levi leads with Gerald Crisp in second, Evan in third, Dom in P4. Sizzling H is going to get a 5-second time penalty. Lugner's in P5, Blazer in P6, Sizzling H in 7th, Active Buffalo in 8th, LJ in 9th, Harry Sanchez in 10th, Sirius in 11th, and Tony JD is in 12th. As we get back under racing conditions once again, it's Levi that leads this race. There really isn't long to go now. Who can win this race? Gerald Crisp is in second. Evan on the hard compound of tyres might be at a disadvantage with the drivers behind him. Dom's up into P4. He's battling Lugner in the background. Blazer's got Sizzling H just behind him. And this could be anyone's race. Lugner's got the move back on Dom, Upper Rouge, and that's him back into P4. Dom is just behind him. Harry Sanchez gets a 3-second time penalty, and now Lugner's got defending. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Tony JD has retired from this race. The Williams driver is out of another race here in the LGN League. Lugner is going to have to defend Dom for a lap and a half, and he's staying P4. Evans going slow. Blazer goes off slightly in the background, and Sizzling H has fallen down all the way down into P11. Harry Sanchez, oh, that's Active Buffalo getting it all wrong. And Harry Sanchez is up into P7. Active Buffalo's lost his front wing, and that means LJ and Sirius are going to put pressure on the Ferrari driver. In the distance, you can see LJ in the background trying to make the move. There we go, the bump wheels again. Active Buffalo under pressure from the AlphaTauri driver. He's got no front wing, and he's on the old hard compound of tyres. LJ is on the fresh medium compound of tyres. Somehow, Active Buffalo is still holding up into P8. I don't think he'll be able to do that for much longer. LJ trying to get the move on the Ferrari driver. Oh, and that's a bit of LJ's wing bouncing off the track. LJ then side by side with the Ferrari driver, and he's going to try and get past. There's more contact. The Ferrari driver goes slightly wide, and now Sirius thinks about trying to make the move, and Sirius's wing going off. Oh, there's a massive incident with the Aston Martin driver and the Ferrari driver. That is dangerous driving. Levi on the last lap of this race is leading. He's got a 1.2 second gap between himself and the Alfa Romeo driver of Gerald Crisp up in second. Evan is in third, but it's Levi once again leading on the last lap of this race. Evan is struggling so much on this last lap. He's got Lugner just behind him. Is gaining as well. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and it's Gerald Crisp, and Gerald Crisp has had an incident, and that's going to see Evan trying to avoid him, and he's gone straight into a wall. Evan has retired. Lugner goes straight up into P2. This is Levi going around the final corner in sector 3. It's Levi who's going to come home and win the Belgium LGN Grand Prix. Levi crosses the line and wins as we go on board with Lugner in P2. He's got Dom just behind him as they come down to the last 2 corners. Dom sends it down the inside. Lugner makes contact. He has to cut the track, and that's going to be a 3-second time penalty for Lugner. And now he's going to come home and finish in P2. He's going to get a 10-second time penalty for getting an illegal overtake on Dom. Here's a replay of what happened. Gerald Crisp having a problem, and Evan going off and DNFing on the last lap of the race. Levi finishes in first, Dom in second, Gerald Crisp in third, Blazer with one of his best races today in P4, Harry Sanchez in P5, Lugner down into P6, LJ in 7th, Sizzling H finishing in 8th, Sirius in 9th, and Active Buffalo in P10. Levi's back to winning ways in the LGN F1 League as he wins today's race in Belgium. Dom, the McLaren driver, finishes in second, and somehow, after Gerald Crisp finds himself crashing on the last lap of the race, finds himself on the podium in P3. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Let's take a look at the Drivers and Constructors League standings. Here's how the Drivers League standings look after today's race in Belgium. Levi's first on 279 points. Dom goes up to second. Evan drops down into third, and Gerald Crisp is in fourth. AJP is in fifth. Lugner goes up into 6th, and Ollie is down into 7th. Harry Sanchez is up into 8th, Sizzling H is down into 9th, LJ is in 10th, Blazer is in 11th, and Totally JD is in 12th. Capri is in 13th, JC in 14th, Jack in 15th, Sirius in 16th, Active Buffalo in 17th, Relic in 18th, Agile in 19th, and Entire YOLO is in 20th. Here's how the Constructors' League standing looks so far. McLaren are first by 1 point on 303 points. Alpine are in second on 302 points. Red Bull are in third. Alfa Romeo are in fourth. Mercedes are in fifth. Williams in sixth. AlphaTauri in seventh. Aston Martin in eighth. Ferrari in ninth. And Haas are in 10th. Thank you for watching today's video. We'll see you soon around the Netherlands.